Welcome to the official opening press conference for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix. My name is Carolyn Mann. I'm going to take a seat because I'm sailing for two, as you can see, but I couldn't miss an opportunity to be here today. For those of you who don't know me, I've been privileged to cover a number of events with real international cachet over the course of my career at NBC and CNN. Olympics, Paralympics, Formula One, the Tour de France, and now SailGP. So I'm so thrilled to be here. This is really just a pinnacle event for the Global Racing Championship. It's in its fifth season. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. I'd like to just make a quick announcement before we get started. In the back, after we wrap up our panel today, we're going to have one-on-one interviews, so you'll have a chance to speak with the drivers. But first, to talk the biggest news of the morning, the acquisition of the Australia SailGP team by Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. Let's get Andy Thompson up here. He is the SailGP Managing Director and also the CEO, driver, and today co-owner of the newly branded Bonds Flying Ruse, Tom Slingsby, as well. It's so nice to be with you both. Massive congratulations, Tom. I'll start with you. Just tell us about this acquisition and what it means.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to think that 5 years ago when we started this journey, and you could never really believe that, yeah, here we are 5 years later, and our owners are Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. We're now partnered with an unbelievable Australian brand, an iconic Australian brand, Bonds, and it's just such an exciting new chapter we're starting.
It really seems, Andy, like this is a transformational time for SailGP. What insight can you offer to how this all came about?
Yeah, I agree. This is going to be transformational for Tom's team and the league more broadly. Yeah, look, we've been in the market kind of on the sale of our teams for some time, and a group came together around Ryan and Hugh. And you know, we've been talking for some months, and finally we were able to bring it together just before this event. I think Hugh is a true blue Aussie, as they say, and really loves his sailing. Ryan's had, you know, a pretty significant impact on other sports teams in recent times, and obviously Tom is great at what he does. So you know, we're really excited to see kind of, you know, what new energy that this group can bring, and I think it's going to be fantastic for the whole league.
And I've now caught my breath after my opening remarks, but it seems like your team is getting set to maybe take some breaths away because you've bonded now with this iconic partner, Bonds, the famous Aussie underwear company. And from what we understand, there's a special photo shoot coming out soon. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I think it could have already been released, actually. Yeah, that's my first underwear photo shoot. It was not easy, but no, look, I think the energy that they're bringing, they're a cheeky, fun brand. If anyone's seen their advertisements previously with Robert Irwin, Steve Irwin's son, they're out of the box. They think outside the box. They want to have fun with their advertising. And they said, look, these are some ideas. Are you guys in? And we said, look, we want to partner and we want to have fun with you guys, so let's do it. And so, yeah, we're all donning the Bonds for a photo shoot, and yeah, I think everyone can see that pretty soon.
What was the response from the rest of the team? Everybody game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're all nervous. It's not something we do. We're sailors. We don't do undie photo shoots, but it was fun. We all had a laugh, and yeah, I'm not sure how many more of them in the future we've got, but who knows? Could be a lot.
Well, congratulations on such a wonderful day and the trajectory of SailGP just growing and growing. On a much more serious note, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention what happened in San Francisco with the wing collapse. Walk us through that moment for you, how you're doing now, how the team is doing now.
The team's doing really well. I mean, obviously it was a shock to us all, and we didn't, it happened so fast, and in the moment we were just sort of happy that everyone was okay, because that's a very dangerous situation, and it could have gone a lot worse for us. But I've been really impressed with the way SailGP's conducted the investigation into what went wrong. I was involved in a lot of the calls and with the designers deciding what exactly went wrong, what load cases happened, and I'm very comfortable that the changes have made not only to our boat but across the whole fleet are the right ones, and that the wings will be a lot safer now.
And I imagine, Andy, it was a big repair job underway. Everything's set for this weekend in New York?
Yeah. Look, it was a challenging moment for us as a championship. Look, as Tom said, we went through some structural testing on the wings, and it kind of revealed a kind of broader challenge amongst the wing sails. So we had to almost remanufacture 12 wing sails in the last month or so, and safety is paramount to us as a league for our athletes and everybody involved in the league. So it was the right decision to cancel our Rio event, which was obviously unfortunate, but we'll be back in Rio next year. What I want to say is that it's been a huge effort by our technical teams to get these boats back on the start line. They've really been working around the clock, and kudos to them. Kind of from our state-of-the-art facility that we have in Southampton in the UK, where we produce our boats, run by Joel Marginson, to the tech team here on site in New York, run by Jack Taylor, and then a group got together in Pensacola, Florida, led by Richie O'Farrell, to repair all these wings. So it's been a mammoth task by that group and all of the people involved in the tech team. I just want to give them a round of applause for all the work that they've been able to do.
Yeah, well said.
And I can confirm that following testing over the last 2 days that all the wings are ready to go, and everyone's going to be on the start line for New York this weekend.
That's great news. Great to hear. A massive effort to keep all of these drivers safe. And we're excited to have you guys for this close to shore racing. I mean, upwards of 60 miles an hour. For those of you who aren't familiar in the room and also around the world, 12 teams representing the world and the very best drivers like Tom here as well. So thank you both for taking a couple minutes to speak with us and for highlighting the exciting news that you guys are sharing this morning as well. Seems to be a very pivotal moment for the championship. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now, without further ado, let's hear from some of the other top athletes who are racing in New York this weekend. Let's bring them out one by one, and we'll start with last season's champion driver, the winner from SailGP's most recent event in San Francisco. Everybody, please welcome me in joining to the stage, Spain's Diego Botín. Hi, Diego. Next up, we've got here from the recently acquired Red Bull Italy SailGP team, two-time Olympic champion driver Ruggero Tita. Representing the Mubadala Brazil SailGP time, double Olympic gold medalist Martin Grail is here. Hi, Martin. And racing in front of the home fans for the final time this season, let's get Anna Weiss up here, grinder and jib trimmer for the US SailGP team. Hi, Anna. And last but not least, our neighbors to the north, representing North Star Canada's SailGP team, two-time Olympic champion Giles Scott is here as well. It's nice to meet you all. Thank you guys for being here. I know the city of New York, I've called home for many, many years now. We're excited to have you, and especially so close to shore, to be able to be up close and personal with the action from a safe distance for us as rookies. It's a pleasure to welcome you here on the championship. Let's start with you, Diego. Coming off a really incredible performance in San Francisco, just walk us through how the team is doing at the moment.
Yeah, the team is doing great, motivated to face this, let's call it, second part of the season, no? After this little break we had after San Fran, and yeah, we are looking forward for the weekend and try to keep it up.
It's not a secret by now that San Francisco seems to be something of a sweet spot for Spain, and now you all shift your attention to New York, which is a very different course, tighter, a little bit more urban than what we saw in San Francisco. So what are the nuances and the differences there?
Yeah, the forecast is a bit uncertain. We don't know what we will get in the weekend, but yeah, we can get any kind of condition, and we need to be ready for a small course, as you say, for shifty conditions, a lot of changes, and we will have to have our heads out to pick all the right shifts.
Do you all prefer the challenge that comes with a very tight track?
Well, I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. Obviously, in San Fran, you need to go fast, to find good lane space, good maneuvers, and probably in a tighter course, you will need to play the fleet quite well and pick the shifts, no, and the opportunities that the course offers.
Anna, let's turn to you. It's exciting for all of us here to be able to root for the United States on home soil. I know is probably particularly meaningful for you. What does it mean to be in New York, the third stop here stateside for you and for the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really special to be here. New York City is one of the most iconic cities in the world, and I have a lot of friends who live here, so it feels almost like a second home to me. And we have a lot of team members who also live here, so it's really exciting for us to be here.
And as you look to build on your performance in LA and San Francisco, what are some of the key things that the U.S. team has been working on to have an improved result in New York?
Yeah, I mean, after San Francisco, we took a hard look at some weaknesses that we had within our team, and we spent the 2 months really working hard behind the scenes, look at all the data, look at teams who are better than us, and what we can do to improve those things when we get back out on the water.
It's been a really exciting morning for the championship, and I understand the United States also made an exciting announcement earlier this week in terms of announcing a new partnership. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we announced Amazon as a new partner, so we're really excited to have them on board. We have incredible partners, and yeah, the future's bright, and yeah, we're just so grateful to have so many people behind us.
It must be exciting for all of you guys to be a part of a championship that continues to bring on A-list celebrities and big title sponsors. Do you feel the energy and the excitement around what you're doing, particularly when you come home to the United States and see some of the energy that's around it here in New York?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, the city is so energetic with so much liveliness, and yeah, we're really excited to have all those people behind us.
And Giles, let's turn to you quickly. The results have come fast for Canada. How would you describe how you guys are racing at the moment, and what a pleasure it is to be a part of this team?
Yeah, we've had a really good run at results over the last 3 events. We had a bit of a shaky start to the season with, I suppose, the negative highlight, if you will, was in New Zealand where we missed a day of racing. But yeah, since then we've certainly been on a upward trajectory and got a good few podiums under our belts now, and hopefully that can continue. We're just trying to take each event as it comes and keep plugging away.
Right now, outside of the podium, but really, when you look at the standings, there are only a couple of points that separate you. You seem to be right on the edge. And how do you view that, and how aggressive do you get this weekend with that in mind, how tight the competition truly is?
Yeah, we've definitely been able to bridge up to that leading pack. The points, as you say, are very close. We're not in a podium spot at the moment, but to be honest, that doesn't really matter until we get to the very end of the season. Yeah, as I said, we're on that upward trajectory. Hopefully that can continue. We're all working super hard behind the scenes to make sure that we're taking any little gains where we can. And yeah, as I said, it's close at the top, and hopefully we can keep attacking that.
And Diego, as someone at the top, how do you view that in terms of being aggressive, going for points versus maintaining where your position is? What is the mental approach there for the group?
Yes, as Giles said, it's early stages in the season, and it's all about trying to not make big mistakes and be consistent. No, do things correctly as a team, stay focused, and minimize big mistakes. No, and that if you do that plus sailing well, you will be fighting at the top for sure, with options of making it into the final at the end of the season, which is the end goal.
Pushing to win a second championship, claim the $2 million prize once more, which I'm sure is motivation for you. And then, Ruggero, just turning to you, I mean, Italy has also been in the spotlight recently. I know we've been talking a lot about what a banner day it's been for Australia SailGP, but as one of the newer teams to the circuit, how exciting has it been for you to be a part of this?
For sure, it's great. They promised us that we're going to have Anna Hathaway on the strategist role for the rest of next events. No, but stay tuned, maybe it will happen. No, jokes apart, it's huge to have these investors, very well mixed of investors behind us that believe in our team, and that's, of course, great for us.
And as far as the competition is concerned, the results so far for Italy, consistent, but a little bit mixed. So as you go into the weekend here in New York, what do you identify or define success to be for Red Bull Italy coming into this competition?
Yeah, of course, we had our challenges during the season. We are a new team, so we are trying to focus on ourselves, to focus on our maneuvers, our straight line technique, which, having so few days of training, it's very, very hard. But yeah, we're having some good starts and doing our best. So I think coming home with an average result, but being consistent and trying to get better day by day and minutes of sailing would be great for us.
It's been very exciting to watch Red Bull Italy SailGP join the fold, and the same for Brazil. Martin, tell us a little bit about how the group has responded since the cancellation of Rio. I imagine that must have been disappointing, but necessary to get everything in place. How is the team doing ahead of the chance to get back on the water once again?
Yeah, I think we've been focusing this month, what we could do is just analyzing all the past events and trying to get the, good learnings from them. And I think we have a lot of changes to make into our sailing, and we're keen to get that in process now in New York. And literally trying to focus on the future now, and excited to hear about the new dates for Rio next year and, months, not exact dates, but I think it's still going to be a good event, so start looking forwards. Obviously, it was really hard for us as a team not having the Rio event. I think one of the biggest audiences in Brazil, so we were kind of expecting to see that even there, but we understand.
For those of us who aren't familiar, how much excitement is there in Brazil and in Rio for you, for the team, for the sport?
Sail is not a massive sport, but SailGP is breaking boundaries and is actually grabbing a big part of the public that is really interested in racing in general, and not just SailGP racing, like Formula One racing. I think we're getting a lot of that public, and which is quite surprising because sailing has always been very a niche sport, and now it's breaking out of it, and it's very cool to see that.
And how do you make up the critical time lost on the water? Is it meetings, coming together as a team? What are some of the really valuable things that you've been actually able to take away from your time away from the water over the last couple of months?
I think a lot of technical things, and of course, like communication has always been a number one goal, but it is a work in progress.
And just finally, I understand your teammate, your longtime sailing partner, Kahina, is on loan to Rockwood, Denmark for the remainder of the season. Can you just react to that a little bit for us?
Well, I'm really excited for her to be on the water, and I think as a sailor to a sailor, I've always valued her, and I think she's in good hands with Nikolai, and let's see if she can get good learnings for herself, and I'm happy for her career.
And just quickly, before we wrap things up, for everybody that's here and watching around the world, I mean, if you just take in for a moment the caliber of the athletes who we have the privilege of being with here on this stage, between this group, 7 Olympic gold medals, and when you add in Tom, I mean, you make that 8. It's such a wonderful opportunity to have the chance to speak with athletes who are at the top of their game in a championship that is also at the top of its game. So we thank you guys so much for making the time to be with us and to speak with us a little bit about what each of you guys are going through individually and also as a group as you get set for New York. And as the American on stage, I will give you the final word just to, I don't want to embarrass you, but to get everybody excited about what it's like to have this race in New York. I personally cannot wait to attend. I've told everybody I know about it. You have to get to Governor's Island for this racing that's unlike anything else that you will truly not see. I mean, the opportunities to come to the United States and to see something like this that has such international cachet and flair is so rare. What would you say to those folks who are here in New York City and also beyond, streaming with us around the world, about the chance to come watch you guys perform and do what you do?
Yeah, I mean, the city is just so welcoming to everybody with so much diversity and energy. And to race in front of the New York skyline is going to be so incredible. And to have all the fans support us is going to be amazing. With the Statue of Liberty, it's just so cool to be out there. I'm sure all the sailors can agree. It's such a special place to be racing.
We wish you all the best. Thank you guys for being with us. And just a reminder for everybody here, that's going to wrap up the moderated panel of the morning, but we will have all the drivers available for one-on-one interviews in the back. We're going to have executives from SailGP available as well if anybody would like to talk about the big news coming out this morning and everything else beyond. So thank you guys so much for sitting with us for a couple of minutes, and now we'll break and head to the back room for individual interviews.